Hey y'all, back again with another Get Crafty Box video. This one is pretty cool. It's got kind of an aztec design, I guess you would say. And it is also going to have a macrame element to it. So I'm excited about it. We're going to paint this, but you can choose whatever colors you want. I'm giving you some colors. You do not have to paint your pieces the same colors that I am painting my pieces. You can do it however you would like. So just keep that in mind. Just because I'm painting a piece a certain color does not mean that you have to paint that piece exactly that same color. So anyway, let's get started with the background. I am going to paint it white. I actually painted it kind of I don't know, beigey color to begin with, and I didn't like it. So I decided I'm giving you white because the other colors that I chose are really going to pop nicely against this white. So anyway, just grab your baby wipe and just wipe that paint right on there. You'll have a toothpick in your box that you can go back through and remove the paint from the score lines that are there. So don't even worry about getting it in there or being too careful. Just get it on there. Apologies if you can hear Pippa snoring. She is zonked out and she's snoring pretty loudly right now. I can hear it. I'm not sure if the mic is picking it up. So anyway, but yeah, just paint this background until you get it the way you like it. Some people prefer a more of a whitewashed look, or some people want it to be completely white. It is all personal preference. This is your thing. So, do it the way you want to do it. Alright, now we're going to paint our interior stuff. So grab grab one of your sponges and dip the fat end into whichever color you would like to paint this outline piece with, and tap some of it off on the plate so it's not so goopy, and just start patting it on there. You know, multiple thin layers of paint are better than trying to like goop all the paint on at one time. It actually dries pretty quickly. So when you get ready to swap to another color, you can just snip the end of your sponge off, or grab another sponge, or flip it around and use the other end. I prefer to paint with the fat end, so I just snip it off. Now, you do not have to paint these the same color that I'm choosing here. Just do it however you want to do it. I sort of created a symmetrical pattern with my colors, but you do not have to do that. And you can mix colors together if you'd like. If you have different paint at home that you feel goes better with your decor, then go for it. Paint it different colors. It is totally up to you. It's your thing. So, I do love these colors though. I don't know, they're so calming, I feel like. So, yeah. They're just so pretty. I've actually I've actually recorded this voiceover like 5 times already. Because either something went wrong, or my phone rang, or I've accidentally deleted it like at least twice. So, you know, I mean, at this point, I don't even know what I've said and what I haven't said. So if I repeat something, please forgive me. I just don't think I can record this one more time. But anyway, I wanted to see what these were going to start looking like inside that brown outline. So I popped a couple of the pieces that were dryish in there, and I just really like the way it looks with the brown. But yeah, so just paint it and get it like you like it. Also, I'll tell you too, later on, I don't know if this video is jinxed or what, but later on when I start gluing, spoiler alert, my battery dies, so the video cuts off like just as I start gluing everything down, so you don't even get to see me glue everything. But you know, it's actually pretty straightforward anyway, so it's not a huge deal. But yeah, so anyway, paint this the way you want it to be, whatever kind of pattern or whatever, and let's get ready to glue this stuff down. All right, y'all. In your box, you're going to have a little single-use super glue. Just pop the cap on it, twist it, and go. I'm going to use my Gorilla super glue. But yeah, just grab your outline piece first. If you look, there are some score lines on here so that you can line this piece up. And then when you glue the other pieces, you'll just pop them in. You know, just get your glue all the way around the outside and glue this bad boy down. Like I said just a second ago, my battery is gonna die, and you will not get to see me glue everything down, but no big deal. Once you get this piece down, you're just gonna glue your other pieces in like a puzzle, so no big deal. Okay, now on the back, this is your hanger. Hold on. Oops. So you'll have 2 pieces like this. Basically, put glue onto this piece and glue it at the bottom like this. You know, line it up nice and neat, okay? And then, you know, hold it for a few seconds, and then what you'll do is put glue on the back of this, flip it over, and put it on your piece. So this allows room, you know, if you put a nail in the wall, this allows room for your nail to for this to grab onto your nail without, I don't know, it gives it a place to go. You know what I'm saying? There. I don't know if you can see that. Leaves a little space for the head of the nail to go. If you don't want to use this, or you don't want to use a nail, I love command picture hanging strips, and so you could just completely leave this off and just put, you know, picture hanging strip here and here and hang it up that way. So let's get on to the macrame portion. All right, I've already put some of mine on here, but I'm going to show you how. So you will have 15 of these pieces of rope. Okay, I've got a couple here. So what you want to do is line up the ends, fold them in half. Okay, if you hang it off of a table like this, it gives you room to work. All right, so what you're gonna do is you are gonna go, you've got your loop, go over the top of this little rung and down through there. So when you pull it down, see it creates a loop down here. So the ends are gonna go through the loop, and then you pull it tight on there. So let me show you one more time. Line up your ends to fold it in half. Okay, got your loop. Loop goes over and down through there, and then you pull your ends down through that loop. Okay, so I'm going to give you a couple of options here. One is the super simple option, and then one is the slightly more advanced but still not that hard option. So, don't just, I say try the more advanced one, and if you just can't get it, go for the simple one. But here's the simple one. So for the simple one, you're going to have 15 of these pieces of string. For the simple one, you're going to put all 15 of them on here. Okay, I only have 14 on right now, but for the simple one, you're going to do the 15. So for the simple one, all you're going to do is braid them. So 2, 2, and 2. Okay, you get your first 3 sets. So cross that one over, cross this one over, cross it over, cross that over. Do this all the way down. And, once you get down far enough, it'll just kind of stay braided, and then you can leave the ends hanging. But, so, go all the way down, all the way down. And whoops. Okay. So, once you get down far enough, you can just kind of leave it. It'll sort of, I don't know if you can see that. It'll unravel a little, but it's going to be hanging, on your wall. So then you take the next 3 sets and you do the same thing, and then the next 3, and the next 3, and the next 3. And then you'll have 5 braids on there. Okay. Now, if you're going to attempt the slightly more advanced option, which I think you should at least give it a shot, because it's not gonna hurt. All right, so if you're doing the more advanced one, you just have 14 on here. Okay. All right, let's do it. Okay, I'm gonna go slow so that you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so, whoops, I'm not unbraided all the way. All right, so you're gonna grab your first 4 strands here. Okay, now, so kind of separate these 2 middle ones are going to stay together. All right, so take this one on the right and cross it over those middle ones so it looks like a letter P. Okay, so you've got your letter P. This one is going to stay on top of that letter P tail there, and then it's going to come behind and up through that loop of the P. Okay, and then you pull it tight. So that's what it looks like when it's going around those 2 strands. You're knotting it around these 2 strands. So you do it that way. There's one more step to this knot. Pull it tight up to the top. Now you're going to do it coming from the other direction. So this one looks like a backwards P or a number 4. Okay, so this stays over the top of this tail and then comes up under and through that loop. And then that's what it looks like. And then we pull it tight at the top. Okay, so we're done with those. Move those aside. Grab your next 4. Same deal. Those middle 2 are our buddies that stick together. Okay, we make our letter P. Okay, this one stays on top of that tail of the P and comes underneath and up through that loop. So it looks like this when you're pulling it tight. Hold those guys straight and pull it tight. All right, and then other way. So backwards P stays over top of that, but comes up through that loop. And that's what it looks like. See? And then you pull it tight. Okay, so there's 2. So we're going to do this going across again. I'll probably speed the rest of these up. So, you know, if you have to kind of go back and look at that. Letter P over top of the tail, up under and through that loop. Pull it tight. Come back the other way, that way. Up under. And there we go. Okay. Okay, so now you have one of these knots on each of your little pieces. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to make this kind of go in a triangle pattern like this. So we're going to skip these first 2. We're not doing anything with those first 2, and we're going to grab the next 4. And then same deal all the way across. So the middle 2 are buddies. Make our P over this one, up under and up through that loop. That's what it looks like. Okay. Pull it, and then other way, over that. Up under and through. Pull it tight. Okay, there's one. Now we're going to grab these next ones here. Middle 2 stick together. P over. Up under and through there. Like that. Pull it tight. Other way. Over this. Up. Whoops. Over. And up under and through that hole. And pull it tight. Okay, now when you get to these, you're going to do these 4, and then these 2 on the end are going to be left alone. So make your letter P. This goes over that one and up under and through the hole of your letter P. Pull that tight and back the other way over that, coming up under that hole there. Okay, so here's how it looks so far. Now this time we're going to skip those 2 and those 2. So we'll start here. This time you're going to leave these 4, just whatever number of strands you leave on the left side, you're going to also leave them out on the right side. So now we had 4 strands out already, so we're going to grab 2 more and set them aside. So that's 6, so 2, 4, 6 if you want to go ahead and move those out of your way. So now this is all we're working with. So we're going to grab these 4. You know, this is, once you get into a groove with this, it's actually pretty relaxing. It's pretty forgiving too. If you mess up, you just untie whichever part you messed up on and give it another shot. Sometimes if I get distracted while I'm doing this, I'll forget whether or not I've done the second part, this part, and especially if I'm doing like more than one of these types of knot in a row on here, I'll forget, like, oh, did I do that? So when that happens, I just untie it and do it again. At least then I know where I am. Okay, so here we go. Now I'll just throw 2 more strands from each side up there with those. And here we go. Okay, so set 2 more aside on each end. We're almost done. Okay, now 2 more get out of the way, and this is our last 4. So make your letter P over, come up through that hole and tighten it up other way, over that, up through that hole, tighten it up, and we are done. So now you have this beautiful triangle that kind of picks up on your triangles that are up here. Now, as far as this goes, you could leave it hanging down like this, or you can untwist these. Sometimes you can even, it helps to even like brush it, and it makes it more fringy looking. So that might be what you want to do after you get this done. But how cool does that look? All right, well, that is it. I hope you give this a shot. You know, you can always untie it and go back to the braid if you just don't like it, or it's not enjoyable to you to do this. You know, nobody has to know. So, but anyway, all right. I hope you enjoyed. And if you want to subscribe to the Get Crafty Box, you can do so on my website. It's $30 a month, and you get everything that you need to make the project of the month. So you don't need anything from home. Yeah, if you make this, you can sit here and play with the strings like I'm doing. All right. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Bye.